Hey everyone. So today we have Paul Davis, Senior Financial Advisor with Lionspoint Financial Services. So we're just going to go over some basics of how to select the financial advisor that you're working with when you're working with someone, and what are the key things that you should be focusing on when you're starting your investment journey. So Paul, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries. And so let's start off with the first question. Where should you research before you start working with a financial advisor?
Absolutely. The best place to do your research is ask your friends and your family. You're bound to get a couple of names from that. Most of my business is generated from a referral. So once you narrow it down to about 2 or 3 different advisors, ask them for some references and call some of their clients and talk to them.
Definitely. You know what? I don't think I've actually heard that because pretty much interviewing who you're working with, right? Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, you can find someone online, but that might not necessarily be exactly what you're looking for. That might even have that proven track record that you're looking for.
Absolutely. And when you have someone that your friends are already working with, they can give you firsthand knowledge and experience of what it's like working with that advisor. So.
Definitely. Oh, nice. And what are the key points to focus on when you're working with a professional in your industry?
Yeah, some of the key points. Make sure your advisor takes the time to get to know you, what your needs and goals are. They should try to understand you as a person. So, along with your goals for retirement, they want to know your time horizon, your risk tolerance on the investments. If the advisor does most of the talking, it's time to move on.
Definitely. And I've seen those in a lot of different industries when you're trying to be sold to and
Yeah.
you don't even get a word out. And as soon as you do, you get cut off. And I've seen that happen quite a bit in a lot of different industries. So that's definitely a good recommendation. And so when it comes to common problems, what kind of common problems do you see when that clients tend to have when they're actually already working with companies within your industry itself?
Yeah, that's great. The biggest thing that I see a lot of is advisor compensations or favoritism from mutual fund companies.
Mhm.
When selecting a mutual fund or any other investment in that, you should be looking for a low cost option with a proven history of performance. If your advisor is only offering funds from their own company, chances are you're paying more than you need to and possibly getting worse performance. And that's because they're trying to maximize their profits and increase their bonuses.
Oh, that's good. That's really good to know, actually. So in this case, would you say that taking a look at your statements and actually knowing what it is that you're paying for and what kind of services you're getting from them would be a good place to start?
Absolutely, yeah. If you look at your statements on all mutual fund or financial statements now, it has your advisor compensation or how much you're paying your advisor on it.
Okay.
So it's always good to take a look at that and see how much he's getting paid versus the amount of service that he's giving you as well.
Okay. Okay. So in this case, would that be something if someone's not really comfortable or familiar with how the statements are and they might be a little overwhelmed, would that be something that you would be able to review with them just to at least give them a baseline of what it is that they're looking at?
Absolutely. A lot of people will come to us and we offer a no cost, no obligation second opinion where we'll go over your statement with you and explain the performance and even the fees that you're paying as well, and then give you some other alternatives.
Nice. You know what? That kind of transparency is what a lot of clients hope for when they start working with someone. And a lot of the times when you don't hear back from them and these fees start adding up, it's something
Yeah.
that should be setting off red flags for sure. So taking a second opinion definitely doesn't hurt.
Or or when you ask about fees and your advisor clams up because he doesn't know how to answer that one.
Oh yeah, well, if they don't understand how that works, then that is a red flag for sure.
or they just don't want to tell you.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I've seen that happen as well. So when it comes to interviewing them, what kind of questions should you ask, or in this case, should they be asking in terms of when you're actually going through that interview process or just getting to know each other process?
yeah, absolutely. As we just actually mentioned, is the fees or fee transparency. How do you get paid? Are you paid through embedded compensation? Are you fee-based? Is there an option to do a mix? What is your experience in qualifications? How frequently do you communicate with your clients, and how? If he's always hiding behind email, it's not a good thing. You want someone who's going to pick up the phone and actually call you. Who is your ideal client? And I think another one is, how many clients do you take each year? You want someone that's going to be focused on you and your plan, not just trying to take in as many new clients as he possibly can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, those are some great questions, actually, just to have that baseline before you actually start giving someone all your hard-earned money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so what kind of details do you focus on that differentiate you just from the competition itself?
I would have to say in my own practice is my service would be my big separator from others. I'm very invested with my clients. They receive weekly newsletters from me. They'll get 2 sit-down meetings every year to go over their file and update anything that needs to be changed. I tend to hold 2 to 3 seminars a year. Obviously, when we were allowed to hold seminars, I bring in a speaker that's not investment related. So I've had past where it's been identity theft. I've had nutritionists come in, stress relief, wills and estate plans. And I think a big thing is I do a lot of research. So if someone comes to me with the impossible, I will spend a ton of time and I will focus on it to see if it's actually possible or not. And I think people really appreciate that. But I find over time, the biggest thing is my clients tend to become good friends with me. So a lot of the time, it's just really a quick phone call or a reach out just to see how things are.
Perfect. That's really reassuring when when someone's working with someone that's handling all their money, to be able to have that connection even after the paperwork is done, right? Just to find any questions you have, any concerns, and especially when the market is fluctuating as much as it is right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
You want to know that what the product that you're in is still a good one that you were initially put in, and if you have any additional questions based on that, hopefully they should be able to answer that, right? Especially with this.
Yeah, and you're working with your clients for such a long period of time. Becoming friends is inevitable. You work with someone my age, and I'm working with their parents on transitioning into retirement, their grandparents on their estate planning, and even the kids and grandkids with education plans. So you're working with someone through their whole lifetime. So
definitely. And what kind of guarantee or insurance or any kind of details should clients look for peace of mind when they're investing?
I find if your advisor did his job properly, you should leave that meeting knowing that everything will be taken care of. It's just going to feel like a big weight's been lifted off your shoulders, and you're going to have a lot more confidence going into retirement, your children's education, or really whatever it is that you're working with your advisor on. But I find once you leave, it's very thankful to work with someone on that.
Definitely. And I think just coupled with your whole process, just keeping that constant connection and reassurance that the clients were put into a proper product is definitely something that ties into this quite a bit. So definitely.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot for taking the time to share this with us and just sharing this with the audience. So
Absolutely.
thanks a lot.
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Take care.
Thank you.